All right, so this is a suggestion via Patreon. The name of the video is Busta Rhymes explains the full music making process of Calm Down with Eminem. Listen, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay? Let's go ahead and check it out. Right, guys. Let's jump into it, guys.
And that's why even when I hear Calm Down, that's one of those where it's like I don't know what the battle was between you and Eminem. Scoop the
Yeah, there had to be something, guys, because that was way too, amazing.
Phil is in the neighborhood also, man. Scoop,
Yeah.
you produced this one.
Yeah, man.
And Scoop played it for me a while ago. And I told him, I said, Scoop, I need to jump on this song too. And he was like, lyrically, you can't handle it. And I understood him then, and I thank you for being honest with me. You know what I'm saying? But how does the song with Eminem and Busta Rhymes come together? Because there's absolutely no gimmick to you guys. When y'all want to go and do that pen, y'all ink runneth over. How did that come about?
So Scoop, I meet Scoop through Macho from Terror Squad because Scoop did a joint for Fat Joe.
I get a 3 a.m. phone call from him.
You take that call, huh?
I didn't get it because I was asleep.
Oh,
and
okay.
I wake up to it.
What you doing and sleep at 3 in the morning?
No, come on.
I wake up and it's like, man, he's like, yo, this record is crazy that you did for Joe, and we got to get in. Like, Happy New Year, congratulations. So,
Yeah, I put the APB out on him because
Yeah,
I
he
heard
did.
the Joe record. I called Macho immediately. I like, whoever did this beat, I got to speak to him.
That's dope.
And you did work for Kendrick also.
Yep.
So
Definitely.
there's a connection here.
And then the I Wanna Rock record with Snoop,
Oh.
that just had me stupid. Like, I just was like, I can't understand how he keep doing it
The
this
impact
way.
of that record and everywhere, worldwide and on the East Coast, a lot of people just had, they really loved it. So everybody rapped on it. That record alone just had everybody buzzing off of what I was doing at the time. And then Joe hit me, and then after that, Bus, man.
So when he gave me the beat, I was actually coming to see him to do a remix verse for I Wanna Rock.
Yep.
That's how it happened. So then he plays the beat, and I said, I Wanna Rock remix can't happen now.
Right.
I got to get to this record.
Oh, yeah,
So I
some
get
news
to the
coming.
record. I made the record, 2 16-bar verses and a hook. The song is 3 minutes and 8 seconds. We sitting on the record for some time, and then the opportunity came for me to meet with Paul Rosenberg. This is the last meeting I had with Chris Lighty before he passed away.
Rest in
God bless
peace.
his soul.
Let's get it, guys.
We go to Goliath. We meet with Paul. We play it for Paul. Paul takes the CD. We don't hear from Paul for about a month. 6 weeks go by. I'm confused. I'm like, this is the stupidest record.
Yeah, man.
Where's the correspondence at? So Riggs Morales over at Atlantic was at Shady at the time. So Shaheem Reed calls Riggs and tells Riggs, come by the studio and hear this record. Riggs comes by the studio. Riggs hears the record. Riggs is blown away. Riggs go back to the office 2 weeks later. Paul gives me a phone call.
So we had 2 months now.
About 2 months.
Damn.
But 2 weeks after Riggs came, we got the call that M is going to do it. So now I'm like, all right, we good.
So were you going for Eminem at the time?
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
I stepped to Paul to play it for M. But I don't know what happened after we gave it to Paul.
Yeah, because initially I was just like, bro, so you gave it to Paul Rosenberg, right? And for the purpose of what? Now we're getting some context here. All right, let's get it.
Because nothing happened. It just like 6 weeks went by with no correspondence. So then when Shaheem called Riggs to come through and I played it for Riggs, 2 weeks later, we got the call from Paul that M is going to go. So then M gets the record and a few months goes by.
Damn.
Then we finally get the call from Paul. I'm coming through to play you something. So Paul comes to the studio and he plays the M verse. And I got the song in a regular format structure for a radio station.
Right.
3 minutes, 8 seconds. But
Yes,
M
sir.
gets on the third verse and does 42 bars. Yes. I got a problem with this.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Let's get it.
Talk about it.
So for me, you know,
Not in my house.
yeah,
No.
this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, man.
And I'm such an M fan, right? That I'm not even thinking about the consumer yet. I'm thinking about him. I'm like,
Right. The sport of it.
I'm not gonna disappoint him and let him think that what's happening here is gonna be this easy.
Right.
There's gonna be some challenge now.
Right.
So I go back and I turn my 216s. I scrap that and turn my verse into a 50-bar verse.
Go ahead now.
So now me and M scheduled a day to mix the song.
Right.
But I left the hard drive in L.A. This was around Grammy time. So I'm in New York.
Wait, are we talking about Grammys like last year?
Yeah, last year Grammys.
13.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Ain't no overnight.
we were supposed to mix the record around a little bit after that. I would say like middle of March or whatever. And I left the hard drive in the crib out here. I get to New York. I get the date to come to Detroit to mix the record. But M want me to send the verse. I couldn't send it because I had to get the drive. So I'm like, yo, I'm
Listen, Eminem wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to go too hard. Right. Pretty sure. I absolutely love the sportsmanship. That song has turned into one of my favorite songs, guys, period. I've listened to it probably another 100 times by now. I feel like I honestly probably need to break it down again. Right. Because I've missed way too much going on in his verse and M's verse, guys. That first listen, I think I was just too blown away by the experience that we were just experiencing, right? But I do think that I need to probably run that back to like a 2.0 calm down reaction.
go to L.A., get the drive, and then come to meet you in Detroit. I get to Detroit. It's a snowstorm. We out there. We in the studio with M. 2-3 hours. M in the studio vibing. Then he started adding a couple of things to the beat. So I hollered at Scoop. I was like, yo, M going in on some production too. Like he adding some little things here and there. So you cool with that? Because, you know, I don't want you to hear something happening with your production that you ain't in tune with. He was like, nah, just send it to me, let me hear it. You know, M is a producer, I'm a producer. Whatever. If it's gonna bring the best out of the record, let's do it. I'm like, cool.
Exactly.
So about
Some love
5-6
of
hours
hip-hop.
passed by, and you know, M heard the verse, and M was like, he's a crazy motherfucker. He's a motherfucker. He's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we gonna mix the record? Nah, we ain't mixing the record.
Nah.
Like, damn, I'm in the D, snow blizzard, hotel expenses, airfare,
Yeah.
car service, and we not mixing today? Nah, man. I gotta make this little adjustment because I feel like my energy ain't matching yours yet. All right, cool. I leave the studio. I'm
Right.
excited now. I'm like,
Yeah.
we pushing this envelope now. And want to go back and change something. I had to change something. So I get back to New York and I'm just waiting. About another month passed by.
Jesus Christ.
I get the verse back.
Hold on, is the record done now? Because
No. Not at all.
wanna
Not
play
at all.
it.
Because what he's talking about, right? It was 2013 when all this was kind of going down, and the song didn't release until 2014. So keep that in mind. We still have a little bit more time, guys. From what it sounds like is that they were both just competing against each other. I feel you, because that's what it sounded like. The final product is so like so divine, right? That it's pretty obvious that that's exactly what they were doing, was just competing against each other. And honestly, break that song down. I don't see one coming really far above the other. Without a doubt, this is like their best collaboration. This right here, right? Absolutely. Calm down. Eminem, Busta Rhymes, wild. Okay, let's get it.
you know what I'm saying?
Your kids were important when this started.
He was like, big, your son wasn't even born. Now he's 7. Long story short, big, we got the
record.
All right, so you in the deep.
Now, so I go home, and then he's, after about a month and a half, he sends the verse back, and I played it for the immediate circle, and everybody was like, "Yo, this is it."
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Back and forth.
That's it.
Get this to the people. So it's time to mix the record now, right? And M got his rules. Like, he mixes his own records. He ain't sending his verses around. Ain't nobody gonna have no acapellas to be putting no new beats under the verse and doing new concoctions. So M mixed the song, mastered the record. The mix turned out incredibly slap, powerful, boom bap-ish, the way we love it. And we sat on the record again for a few months.
Okay.
Because for me, I didn't want this eventful moment to just be something that was some we just fling in the street.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Sticking against the wall. It ain't no plan. It ain't no campaign. It ain't no marketing strategy. It ain't no real right way to roll it out. So once we got that together, M was on board. All the artwork got approved by everybody. The trailer got approved by everybody. Everything had to get mutually approved on.
Official.
Official. Now we here.
Best then, better now.
All right, guys. Listen, this whole story was absolutely captivating. I can't explain it. I never knew Busta Rhymes was like a really good storyteller, but he absolutely is. He had me almost on the edge of my seat here. The song, it obviously was put together extremely well. Didn't know that Eminem mixed and mastered it, but it's absolutely interesting that basically Busta Rhymes' first verse was so interesting to Eminem that it made Eminem change his verse. So I kind of want to hear. I would like to hear the original verse, guys. But either way, the end product is absolutely amazing. Easily one of my favorite songs, period. Right? Listen, let me know in the comments if I should be checking out any more of this. I think you guys have told me that they have collaborated again, so maybe we can try to get into that soon. But all right, listen, let me know in the comments. And you guys all have an absolutely amazing day and enjoy it thoroughly, guys. All right?